So this is my 2011 X6 with the N55 motor that you guys can already see it's out with the cylinder head is off. But let me tell you where it all started. Essentially, I bought this truck to flip it. Well, the first problem that this X6 had is that it threw a belt, which is normal for N55, N54 to throw a belt and go right past the crank seal and pretty much violate it completely. I knew that. I bought this truck. I thought I was gonna drop the oil pan, take out the belt, change the seal, clean out the oil pan, pickup tube, and send it right back. As I thought. Before I decided to do the oil pan, I said, let me do some maintenance on top, like valve cover, eccentric shaft. It's got 114,000 miles, so changing the eccentric shaft be pretty good. Here it is. It's got like visible wear, but it wasn't the end of the day to be replaced yet for it. But still, I was gonna throw a new one in it. As you know, some of you may not know, to remove the eccentric shaft, you don't really have to take the injectors out, but you have to pretty much take the valve cover off and disassemble a lot of stuff before the eccentric shaft comes out. But since it's an 11 truck, I wanted to also get a set of new injectors in it. So I bought a set of new injectors, and I needed to take out the original ones. Here's the 4 original ones that came out, and here's where it all began. It all began with the number 5 and number 6 injectors. Here they are, totally seized. I cannot remove them. I tried everything. I tried the slide hammer, a big slide hammer, and it basically broke the top right off the injectors. The other one got the whole stem pulled out. This one had the top ripped off. I heated the shit out of them. I had PB blaster soaked for like weeks, and it still did not budge. So here I can show you the other side of it, what it looks like. So that's me trying to punch it out the other way, and it just shattered. They're just shattered, and this is where I just pretty much stopped. I'm gonna take this to the machine shop, as I thought I was gonna take it to a machine shop, have them remove the injectors, possibly fix the damage if there is, and send it back on the motor, and here we go, back together, assemble it, do new timing, obviously, because the timing had the belt in it. It was in the chain between the guides, so I was gonna replace the timing, but we have a small situation. So while this truck was sitting and waiting for me to come work on it, something got into number 1 cylinder, and we got sandpaper going on in number 1. So yeah, you can see it right now already. Yep, that's what the number 1 cylinder looks like now. It has some weird pitting on it. The nail doesn't really catch on it, but my glove catches on it. It feels like sandpaper basically. So now what I gotta do is I gotta fully strip this motor to the bare block, take the block and take the cylinder head to machine shop and see if they can save me. Meaning, saving me will be, I feel like, the easiest thing if they could somehow take this liner out and replace the liner. That way I keep my old original pistons, because this wear, the engine did not run with this wear. It had something in the cylinder, some sort of stuff that I had to wipe off, and basically the cylinder was chewed afterwards. So the piston, as far as I know, may not be damaged, but we will see once I pull it out. Hopefully it's not. If it's not, if the machine shop can just change this metal liner, which I don't even know if that's possible. If they can do that, that would be pretty much the way to go, I believe. If they cannot change this liner, and only thing they will offer me is to bore it out, make it bigger, which means I'll have to get all 6 pistons, whole block has to be machined now, and I will also have to bring the machine shop the pistons before they can even machine it. So I'll have to find an oversized set of pistons. There is a bunch of different pistons on eBay. They are dirt cheap, and I don't trust them. And this is an N55 motor. It's an open deck. It's a pretty garbage. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to build this motor. I want to keep it stock and just basically have the truck running A1. And that's it, nothing else. I don't need no power out of this thing, nothing. I just need fucking reliability. And this motor is not jacking it right now because of this situation ship over there. Like I said, it's not too deep. I don't think honing it out is gonna save me. Like I said, I wanna talk to a machine shop and see if it's possible. What are my choices here? Because I am not a machine guy. I wouldn't know what to do with this. Like I said, if they can bore it out, or I mean hone it out. If it's honeable, fuck it, I might just send it. If it's not honeable, I'll get a set of pistons. If they can change the liner, we're just gonna change the liner. I just hope they can remove the damn injectors and have no damage what I done to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get a new cylinder head. That's when it's gonna skyrocket. Maybe at this point I'll just swap a motor out of E46 in it. Alright, I took the transmission of the motor, took what is this, accessories off. It's pretty much ready to go on the stand, so I can take the oil pan off, take the rods, and pretty much tear it into a bare block. Couple things I already hate about this engine, straight up. So the crankshaft sensor cannot be replaced without probably pulling the... No, you can actually probably get it out of the starter hole. Anyhow though, this is your magnetic ring. This is what the crankshaft sensor reads. So it's got a magnetic strip on this. Goes like this at the back of the fucking crankshaft. So it sits like that. So obviously, shit, it's kind of stuff. This motor has been sitting for a while. Got rust on it, so I'm probably gonna get a fresh one before I assemble it, because this guaranteed, if this fails, this will give you misfire or random codes. You can see the strips. This is basically the teeth, the magnet teeth that the sensor read. So yeah, this design completely ass. Let me see. There's like the older motors from these cars, they have actual crankshaft wheel at the back of the motor where the sensor goes through the block and it reads physical metal gears. Basically it looks like this but much smaller because it sits on the inside. On our older BMWs, they had it on the front pulley on a dampener where they had teeth on dampener. Crankshaft sensor was reading that. So now the next thing I gotta do to this POS is put it on the stand. Somehow figure it out. Hopefully stock bolts are long enough. I have modified this. I cut these shorter a little bit, so hopefully it fits. So here we go. Got the oil pan off. Motor is on the stand, as you guys can see. Inside the oil pan is a disaster. All this black stuff, that's pretty much chunks of belt and pieces of timing as well. One of the guides definitely disintegrated. This is the belt right here. Chunks of the timing guides. I don't know which one it is yet. I haven't seen them. The timing chain is over there somewhere. But what else? Oh yeah, the pickup tube is clogged. You can't see it, but once I open it up, remove it, I'll blast some water through it to push all that shit out. I gotta check the pump, make sure the pump is okay. And obviously you can see it's either this engine never had oil changes, which it didn't, and a lot of it is also the belt material, that black stuff stuck to it. So engine got to be thoroughly washed as well. So I have no hope in the connecting rod bearings. I'm pretty sure the connecting rod bearings are probably smoked. I just hope the crankshaft is good. As long as the crankshaft is good, I'll slap some new bearings in it. We'll be okay. But let me rip this apart now. Alright, my phone kinda died, but here we go. We got the block and the garbage bags ready to go in the back of my car. Cylinder head about to be in the garbage bags. Also gonna go somewhere in the back of my car. Nothing can fit in the trunk because I'm about to have a lot of tools in the back because I gotta take it back to my shop. And this is going to machine shop tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna figure it out, see what they're gonna tell me, and find out which route I'm gonna go. Pretty sure I doubt they can change the liner in it, so most likely it will have to be bored to oversized pistons, most likely 84, depending what I can find. I've seen some 84.5. I don't want to go that big. I'd rather go 84.25. They also have exactly 84 millimeter, the original stock pistons. Speaking of which, I gotta grab one with me to bring it to machine shop. And I already kind of put everything away. Shit. But yeah, I got. Here's the crank. The crank actually in perfect condition. All of the journals are great. No scratches, no nothing. But if you look clearly, you see a lot of dirt. So all this stuff. Come on, focus, you fuck. There we go. all this black stuff is filled up in inside the oil ports to the crankshaft. So I gotta fully wash out the crank. You can see it's literally right there. Boom. So the belt obviously been through everything, meaning we will have to completely clean out the crank. All of the orifices has to be cleaned out. I will have to open up the gallery plugs for the oil. I think there's on this N55 motor, believe it or not, I've seen some plugs in the back, so I believe they're for the oil. So this thing should be able to be washed out pretty nice after I figured out that this motherfucker can be machined. Transmission hopefully good in this truck. I didn't even fucking drive it. I don't even know. All I seen this transmission mount is no longer there, so that will have to be replaced as well. It's gonna get two new axles. Axles are smoked. Driver side axle was completely damaged. It was clicking when I was putting on the trailer. What else? Gonna get pretty much all new suspension, new shocks. This truck is pretty much front end, old cooling system. Everything is gonna get rebuilt. And the last thing I'm gonna need, I actually need a part out truck. If you can look carefully, we got some bullshit going on. This car has been in the accident before, but nothing major because the frame rail is completely straight. It's all plastics that was literally destroyed in here. Luckily, this X6 doesn't have any radiators in here for them to blow up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna replace all these coolant lines. This looking crazy. I might find some like a. If I could find a brass piece, I would definitely stick a brass piece in there, but most likely it's just gonna get original hose. So that's it for now, guys.